Hey guys, it's Monty with RnK's, and today we're going to give you the rundown on installing these outdoor Govee Prism lights. Let's get started. First, we're going to install the power module and the power button, all hidden within the eave so you don't see it when you're driving by. Alright, so we got the power module all installed, hidden up under the eave. Now we can actually start installing these lights. And we're going to run all the way up and down here, and each light is going to get 2 screws, so they're securely mounted. Alright, so we just wrapped up this section of the roof. Now we're going to come to a point down here where we're going to want to jump from down here in the eave to over to this eave. So to do that, we're going to use one of the connectors that Govee gives us. We're going to split up the wire so there's no light showing at weird angles. Alright, so we're just going to take her about in the middle here, like so. Always make sure your lights are off before you do that, by the way. Alright, and then you're going to want to take your end here. Now, before you start slicing this, it's a lot easier to put it through the connector first and then unscrew it. That way you're not dealing with straggly wires trying to get it in. So once you push it through here, this is going to be kind of your weather protection layer, and here's your actual wire. And the easiest way I found to do this is to get yourself a sharp pocket knife here and just very carefully split down the middle of each 3 of these wires. Now there's going to be a blue, a yellow, and a red. They all do different things, but they all are color coordinated on the connector here. So once you got them like that, you can kind of just take your hands like so, split them apart just to give yourself some extra room here. There we are. Okay, once you got it split up, I usually like to have about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of working area, since we are going to wrap around into these connectors. So before you put it in these snap connectors, get yourself a pair of wire cutters or strippers of your choosing and line it up to the right size and strip off right about 1 inch of it. Then after you do that, you're just going to want to twist these wires just so they're not tangled up in there. We can speed up this part. Okay, now that we got all our wires stripped and twisted up so they're going to be a lot easier to work with, we're going to take our Govee clip here and pull each one of these snap tabs back. So there's a yellow, a red, and a blue, and they just color coordinate with what we got here. So the way I like to do it is just one at a time. Make sure you're all the way down, plug it in, give it a nice little tug, make sure you got a good connection there. Then we can come around to our yellow. These ones, you kind of just bend up and slide right into the connector there. Boom, same thing, give it a little tug, make sure we're all set. And then let's grab our red here, all the way in. Snap. Alright, so now we know that each wire is fully in place and connected. Now we can give the whole thing a little tug. And then what I like to do, slide this down, you can unscrew this top cap and put on this. So there is rubber washers in here, so this is fully waterproof and good for the elements. Obviously we're going to keep it under the eave here, but just to be safe. And then you take this black piece and get it right in between all these little notches here. And then we're good. Okay, so that's that side. Now, as you can see, this won't directly plug in to here. All right, so from this point, we're going to run just one of these little 3-footer extension wires so we can get a nice clean start over here. And these just clip together real easy. Let's see here. There's little tabs on the inside of these, so you just line them up, press them together, and then they have a screw-on cover that keeps it waterproof as well. And then I like to cut these just because we're not going to need them and we don't want them hanging down anywhere. So there we go. Now, when you get into weird spots like this, it's best to just try and hide it as best you can. Usually what we like to do is run right along this edge here, as you can see. So that wire will be nice and hidden in here. And then we're going to clip all this up so it's hidden under the eave as well. All right, we got our connection all wrapped up and our extension wire put in. So every time you do a connection or a splice like that, it's very important to plug the lights back in, turn them on, make sure your splice is good, and then you can continue with your work. Okay, so we got all over the garage done, so now we're coming up to another splice here. This time you can actually just unplug it from one of your light connectors. Same thing, just as long as there's no power going to this side. And then we're going to come up here, we're going to splice, and we're going to jump up to this eave right here. So same thing, just going up. All right, so we just wrapped up the bottom of the home, and now we're going to come up here and hit this peak. So with that, we have our extension wire, which we're going to hide right in here. That way only me, you, and the roofers know about it. And another thing with roofs is to make sure you double check how to walk on it properly to make sure you're not breaking any of these tiles or slipping and falling. All right, guys, we're at our last light of the install. And for this, what you're going to want to do is make sure that cap's on here just to make sure the whole system's waterproof. Then we're going to stick on our last light here. We're also going to put some screws in it, just like the rest of them, so the whole thing's secure. And now obviously you can see that sticking down, so we're going to tie that up as well so everything is completely hidden. Hey guys, we're all wrapped up here with the Govee Prism permanent lighting job. If you'd like your house to look like this season, click that link below, and you also enter our giveaway to get free Govee products. Thanks for watching.